Hey guys, what's up? It's Clay Ranger 143 here, along with
Thunderbuddy 01.
And in this episode of Radio Reviews, we're going to be outside in the beautiful New England weather in Fairfield County, Connecticut, because we have an outdoor radio as well as an indoor radio right here. Now, I know what you're thinking. You saw this in Season 4, and you did. This is actually the first episode for Season 4. It's the Eton SolarLink FR370 L.L.Bean edition. So why don't we get down to the review, shall we? This is going to be great. I'm actually loving this thing already. Alright, so the Eton SolarLink FR370 L.L.Bean edition. It's basically a reskin of a regular SolarLink, but obviously it's way different looking. The speaker grill is different. You can see the speaker better. Instead of this being red, it's blue, although they do have red and gray versions of this radio. This particular one has the blue coloring all around it. And I can already tell why you cut that plastic off, because it always gets in the way of the power thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's bad design. But, okay, this deck is fucking hot. Let's go over here.
Yeah, the blacktop's gonna be even hotter, dude.
Here. Alright. But, anyway, yeah. Here's the SolarLink FR370 L.L.Bean edition in all its glory. It has all the buttons on top like you would normally expect. Like I said, it's basically a regular SolarLink, but we are going to discuss the features and the flaws, if there are any, on this radio, just for shits and giggles, because we're like that. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and do the first test of its siren with the Siren Test feature. Let's get that self-activation kit ready. Alright, so the Siren Test on the Eton SolarLink FR370 L.L.Bean edition. Now, even though it's the same thing as the Eton Zone Guard, the Zone Guard Plus, or the FRX5BT, which we're still waiting to come in, even though it's the same thing, it still has one regardless. So I'm going to do one in each order. Warning, watch, and advisory. So let's do warning first. Let's do a tornado warning. Oh, unrecognized, but whatever. Let's try advisory, or no, not advisory, no. Where's watch? SVA, why not? That is not gonna work. Thanks.
No problem.
Here, you hold this. Oh.
Unrecognized watch.
Yeah, I don't care if it's unrecognized. It's still the same damn thing. Now for the advisory tone. If it'll go off. Here, you hold the phone. Do not press that back arrow.
All right.
But yeah, you get the point. There's the 3 sirens on the Eton SolarLink FR370. And I know it's the same thing as the Zone Guard and the Zone Guard Plus or whatever, even though the Plus is slightly different, but still. We got the Siren Test out of the way. So I'm just going to shut off my iPod because it's at 18%. Then again, the battery is shitty anyway. Age. But anyways, next we're going to discuss the hand cranking feature. So why don't we do that?
So the hand crank on the FR370. So as most people have probably seen from season 4, this radio has multiple ways of being powered. One of them being the solar panel up top and the hand crank on the side. But right now we're going to be focusing on the hand crank. So you just turn this, it'll charge the internal battery pack, which we actually have this time, unlike season 4.
Yeah, we actually have it. I'll even prove it right here. There we go. It's basically a lithium-ion battery pack containing 3-volt lithium-ion batteries. They're just sealed up into one nice big flexible rubbery container just to create 9 volts.
Yep.
Even though this fucker is powered by 5 volts. What logic is that? But anyways, the hand crank is pretty easy to use, obviously, like most hand cranks. Some radios have a harder hand crank, like my SolarLink's, the old SolarLink that broke. My old SolarLink's hand crank was very hard to do. Like, it wouldn't even, like... Hey, asshole, we're filming here.
It's okay, boy.
But anyways, before you all call me out by saying asshole to a dog, like, and before you go like, ooh, this guy is committing animal cruelty, I'm gonna fucking call PETA on this bitch. Let's just say, fuck you. I'm not abusing this dog, because Nicholas does it to him all the time.
Well, even then, I don't even lay a hand. I don't even
Yeah,
lay a hand.
exactly. He's just a dick in a good way. See, look, eating away at the tennis ball again. Xerxes. But anyways, as I was saying, the hand crank on the old SolarLink that I had was very hard to crank, but the new one I got, thanks to my baby girl Valerie, the hand crank on it is a lot easier. And fortunately, the same can be said with this version. As I try to do it with one hand, it's actually doing it pretty good. That's what she said. But yeah. And there's a hollowed out area for the crank to be stored in. Plus the crank also says Eton on it. How sleek of a design. But anyways, we're going to get to the next feature. And that would be the solar panel.
What's this, Xerxes? Aim the camera that way. What are you barking? Yeah, watch the dog. Watch the dog. See?
Bruh.
He loves those things.
Oh, I'm sure. Anyways, the solar panel. Now, as you know, in the hot summer days, especially up here in New England, or even down in North Carolina, where I'm originally from, obviously, the solar panel works wonders with this radio. And to engage it, you have to twist this little knob above the hand crank on the side of the radio to solar. There's 4 modes on it: dynamo, battery, solar, and phone charger, but we're going to set it to solar for this. Yeah. But as you can see, on the upper right corner, if it'll focus, and actually let me get the backlight, but yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually charging the battery on the upper right. There you go. Yeah, you can see it. It's actually charging the battery on the upper right hand corner. of the screen because the solar panel is literally exposed to direct sunlight coming from that hot sun. But
Rising heat part 2, anyone?
Oh God. But that's a pretty useful feature, especially when you're outdoors.
Oh, and as soon as I press the weather band, the thing shut off. That's great.
Because it had it on solar mode, but we'll put that back on dynamo. But
yeah, I noticed it works better when it's on dynamo.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, it's a pretty useful feature, especially if you're outdoors, like I said. And yeah, shall we go to the next feature?
Yep.
All right, I think you know what the next feature is going to be, and that would be the AM/FM capabilities. All right, guys, we're going to test the AM/FM capabilities, and oh, guess who's back? Hello, Ellie. How are you today? It's been a while since you've seen her, haven't you? Well, this was like 2 years, close to 2 years.
Yeah, close to it.
Yeah, but yeah, she's back for some more videos. She looks a little bit different, obviously. The rims being a prime example. This badge, the MD badge. Otherwise, nothing else has changed. Oh, the exhaust has also changed.
Oh, I think it's mostly just polished.
Yeah. But
oh, there's something that I've done with the sound, but the viewers can't see. And there goes my shoe. There's something different I did with the exhaust note, but we'll save that for another video.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna put it on top of Ellie so we can get some. There is one thing. The paint is starting to chip off the thing, but
yeah, paint fade. Gotta love it.
Yeah, not.
All right, so.
Man, it looks nice next to this Cadillac, though.
Yep.
But anyways, all right. Let's go ahead and do the AM/FM capabilities. I'll let you do the honors.
All right, so this radio has AM and FM, which can be pretty useful if, say, you're trying to catch monthly tests like a certain someone we know. It's also good if you just want to listen to music and then be that entitled Karen that doesn't like hearing the EAS.
Even though it can still get interrupted even when you're on the AM/FM band.
So, if I turn on the power real quick, go to AM/FM and tune to. Oh, goodness gracious. That's one con that I do not like about the AM and FM.
Yeah, you can't hold it down. Well, and if you do, it's very slow. You might as well just... You know what it's like? You know what it's like? Fucking Silver Surfer on the NES, where you have to keep pressing the buttons and you can't hold it down. Drew, or EAS Test Fan 25, should know exactly what I mean.
And it's directly related to all the dislocation that's happened over these last 4 months with the coronavirus. We particularly saw a concentration of shootings in Upper Manhattan, particularly in the Harlem and Manhattan North Command. This is something we have to double down on to address. And it's not because of one thing. Let's be really clear. There's not one cause for something like this. There's a lot of different pieces. And again, the fact that the court system's not working, the economy is not working, people have been pent up for months and months, so many issues underlying this challenge.
I can't stand hearing the coronavirus shit anymore. But yeah, either way, it works, as you can clearly see. But yeah, next feature we're gonna get into is actually on the side of the radio yet again, and that would be the S.O.S Light. Alright, so the S.O.S Light on the Eton SolarLink FR370 L.L.Bean edition. Just like the regular SolarLink, of course, it would have an S.O.S Light as well as a flashlight. But this can also be pretty useful in a survival situation as well as calling for help. Obviously, that's why they have the SOS feature right there.
You can't really see it that well, but mainly because it's let's see, if I pull up my watch here, it's like, oh, of course, Samsung being bitch sung, it's not showing it right. It's like 12, it's like 10 to 1 over here.
Here, you should be able to see it better through here. Come here. Yeah, you should be able to see it better. There we go. Yeah, there we... You see that blinking red light? There we go. But yeah, this could be used as a tool for help, obviously. Which is obviously what SOS is. If you need help at night especially, people from miles away will be able to see this thing flashing, and they'll know that you are in need of help, which is a very useful feature and quite considerate of Eton to do. They did the same thing with the FRX3, the FRX5.
Which they're still trying to repair.
I hope it comes here while I'm here, dude. I hope. I really do. But anyways.
Alright, so...
Yeah, the S.O.S Light, not to mention, in the fog it can also be seen, but only through a short distance, because this S.O.S Light is really not that powerful. And compared to the FRX3, even though the FRX3 is brighter than this thing, this actually has an actual SOS pattern as opposed to a blinking red light, like the FRX3 does.
The FRX5, I should also add, that actually has an SOS pattern as well.
Yeah.
Although it's a bit tricky to get to.
It followed suit with the SolarLink. But anyways, next feature we're going to get into, and that would be the reception. Okay, the reception, and we're following through with Babe's idea. Thanks again. Okay, so we're going to compare the indoor reception first, and then we're going to head outside yet again to see the outdoor reception. So why don't we just go ahead and do that real quick. Just charge it up a bit, just to give it a kick. So, yeah, let's go ahead and... the antenna's all the way up, but...
Oh, also, recognize this thing?
Yep. There's the TFT.
The piece of shit!
I wish I owned that. Huh?
I was gonna say, I was gonna think of something to say, but I forgot.
Alright, anyway. The reception. Let's test it out inside first. It's picking up WXJ42 and Meriden just fine.
Sunday night, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots.
Which is, I think, an...
Meriden.
No, not Meriden. I think it's a...
It's an Upton station.
Upton station, yep.
Seas 3 to 5 feet. Monday night,
Nothing on channel 2.
chance of showers and
WXM80 in Riverhead.
winds and seas higher in.
And near thunderstorms.
The offshore waters forecast for south of Long Island between Montauk Point and Sandy Hook out to 1,000 fathoms.
I am turning on the fan in here.
Yeah, please do. I was about to.
Becoming east, then becoming east.
Can't even pick up WWH33.
West to south, wind 5 to 10 knots.
Barely picking up Quote 35.
Sunday, southwest wind 5 to 10 knots.
Okay, so the indoor reception, depending on where you live, is but if we head outside, however, which we're going to do right now, it's a completely different story.
So you don't have any walls barricading it. Oh, hi Xerxes.
Oh, you want to come out again? Of course you do. Okay.
Maybe I'm starting to think I should have named him Shadow instead of Xerxes,
Why?
because he follows everyone wherever they go. Whether it be me, my dad, or in this case you.
He follows everybody. He's a stalker.
Stalker wouldn't be the right term. Stalker kind of has a bad connotation with it.
Yeah, you're right. But anyway, now we're outdoors, which has become sort of the SolarLink's natural environment because of all the safety features and everything. But the outdoor reception is a way better story than the indoor reception. So let's take it from the top.
It was partly sunny.
WXJ42,
Temperature was 78 degrees.
much clearer.
2.53, and the relative humidity 41%. The wind was out at 9 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.31 inches and falling.
Nothing on channel 2.
Westward.
bleed through.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
WXM80 is
west-to-southwest,
perfect.
Winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas 3 to 4 feet. Sunday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming 5. A chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon.
WWH33.
Humid with highs in the mid-70s.
The only Albany
Southwest
station I can
5
get
to
from
10
here.
miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%. Friday, cloudy in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. A chance of 5-5.
And there's quote 35.
They just finished
The
it.
current time
Yep.
is 12:59 p.m.
They
Eastern
just
Daylight Time.
finished the ID.
Here is the tide information. It's Sandy Hook. High tide is at 5:23 p.m. Foot depth is 3 to 4 feet. Southeast winds 5 to 15.
The outdoor reception is a much better story than the indoor reception. By the way, at least it's consistent. But there is something, I was going to go to the speaker quality, but now I just noticed something, and I've noticed this for a while, but I figured now's the time to break the silence on it. This is a pretty flawed feature on it, and that would be the tuner. You'll see why. Okay. Now you're probably thinking, what's wrong with the tuner? Nicholas literally just asked me that, and hey, sup? Nicholas literally just asked me that. What's wrong with the tuner? Big boy.
Oh, you have some white shit on your ears. And it's powder.
It's gone.
No. No. It looked like a white powdery thing. So I just...
Cocaine. God damn it. Anyways. And before the zooming effect comes back, I mean, what?
Oh, you mean like this?
God damn it. Anyways. You're probably thinking, what's wrong with the tuner? You'll see. Whenever you're changing channels, and I've noticed this with my SolarLink, both the old and the new one. Sometimes when you're constantly switching channels looking for a new station, one station, if it's strong enough, will actually bleed through on another channel. Like, for example, back where I'm at, KJY85 is literally the strongest signal that I can get. KJY85 will sometimes bleed through on either channel 5 or 7 if I'm in the right spot.
Jeez.
And not even like typical bleed through. I'm talking severe bleed through. Like, if you stay on channel 5, you won't be hearing channel 5. It'll stay stuck half and half between channel 6's frequency and channel 5's. But you'll be hearing channel 6 through channel 5's frequency of static.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that with the 993 whenever I DX'd with it.
Watch. I'm gonna keep doing it as quickly as possible until it happens.
It's Sandy Hook. Wind.
You hear that?
11:37. Sunset. Night. A chance of southwest around 5. 11 p.m. Thursday and 10 a.m. Low 30 p.m. 15 a.m. Friday.
But
At Montauk.
okay. Either way, you get my point. Because you've probably seen it on some of my videos, and I completely forgot about it.
What are you doing, Xerxes?
He's searching for more tennis balls. But anyway, with that out of the way, it's not really an interference with any of the value this radio has in terms of features. And he's taking a piss right in front of us.
Probably from all that water you sloshed him with.
Yeah, from the pool. But anyways, now we can get onto the speaker quality, shall we? Let's go ahead and do that. As soon as I start, are you still recording?
I just started recording.
Just now, or did you do it?
I started like 10 seconds ago.
So 10 minutes or now 10 seconds?
Shut up.
So, but did you notice as soon as I started recording, it said...
Yeah, it said Shinnecock Inlet.
No. As soon as I turned it on, it sounded like cock inlet. I'm not kidding. Look back at the video. It sounded like cock inlet. New York up 69 nautical miles. But anyways, let's test out the speaker quality on WXM80
That's WXG4.
Riverhead.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I was about to say. Let's test out the speaker quality on WXM80 in Riverhead.
It's around 5 miles per hour. For Sunday, sunny. Highs lower 80s. Southwest winds around 10 miles per hour.
They're doing the surf zone
And for
forecast.
Monday, mostly sunny. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs lower 80s. Southwest winds around 15 miles per hour. And recurrent risk categories. Low risk implies that wind and wave conditions do not support an enhanced rip current risk. However, life-threatening rip currents are always possible in the vicinity of groins, jetties, reefs, and piers. Moderate risk, life-threatening rip currents are possible in the surf
Be
zone.
the bachelor life.
Anyone planning to enter the surf should check with local beach patrols first.
Be sure to swim with inside of a lifeguard, and never alone or at night.
High risk, life-threatening rip currents are likely for all people entering the surf zone. Anyone visiting the beaches should stay out of the surf. If you enter the surf zone, always have a flotation device with you and swim near a lifeguard.
If caught in a rip current, relax and float, and do not swim against the current. If able, swim in a direction following the shoreline. If unable to escape,
face the shore end, yell, or wave for
started
help.
on that.
You're fine.
For UV index definitions plus more on rip current and beach safety.
I've never heard this on WXM80 before.
www.weather.gov/beach/OKX.
And if I know Upton, they're
Here
doing...
is the latest weather map discussion.
Oh, they're doing the regional weather
High
summary.
pressure will keep the tri-
But yeah, let's get to the point. The speaker quality is very good on this thing. I mean, you can see just how good it is through that. So yeah, that's a pretty nice feature that this radio has. Then again, the SolarLinks in general have good speakers. This is no exception. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to the final thoughts of this radio, shall we?
So, the Eton SolarLink, both the L.L.Bean and American Red Cross variants, they're pretty good radios, especially if you're going to be out and about. I've actually been able to do some very little DXing with this, and the tuner on it, despite its flaws, which I actually just now noticed, it's actually pretty good for what it does. It really takes emergency situations into account. The S.O.S Light and the general flashlight. Oh, you can barely see that. Probably because
Turn it on again.
Yeah, probably because we're on battery power or something.
That's fine. But there is one other complaint that I noticed too. The price. It's a bit high.
Well, I think I got this for like $30. I'll have to look back at my...
No, I'm not talking about used prices. I'm talking about like brand new from Eton. They can go up as high as $90 to $100.
Yeah, and yeah, as cool as these radios are, I wouldn't justify spending $100 on it.
Unless it was something like a black and silver or a 301.
Well, those are different compared to the SolarLink.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, why spend $100 for a SolarLink when you can spend $600 for a black and silver? Geo.
Yeah, fuck you for that. Seriously, I don't care. I don't care if you see this video and you see that you are getting called out. I personally could not give a shit. Why would you sell it for $600, you greedy fuck? Anyway, but yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode of Radio Reviews. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Also, make sure to subscribe to my big brother over here, ThunderBuddy01. And this is Clay Ranger 143 signing out, along with
ThunderBuddy01.
Even though I just said your name, but yeah. We'll see you guys in the next Radio Reviews episode. See ya later. Hashtag Sharpie. Oh yeah, baby. You doing the remote start.